You don't need more motivation, you need an actual goal. If you're someone out there who doesn't currently have a goal, don't worry, I've got you covered. Inside the JD intro, right here in school, in the classroom section, there's a 6-step goal setting template. I'd encourage you, if you haven't already done that exercise, to go and do it ASAP. Why do we need a goal? Everyone needs a goal. For myself personally, as a busy mum, I've always had a goal, and there's a reason why I've always been able to nail most of my goals. Not always necessarily in my desired time frame, but I just plug away at it until I eventually get the result. And the reason for this is, like, I've always set goals, I've written my goals down on paper, I've always been clear every single day about what I want. I've always had a big goal to work towards, and then little kind of micro milestones and goals to hit along the way that kind of add up to that goal, that are fun and make that goal a bit more exciting. And, you know, if you've got a goal and it could take you 12 months or 6 months, like, having little goals, little milestones to hit to reach up to that just makes it easier to stick to long term. So we need a goal, because if you don't have a goal, like, think of it like this. If you're going on a journey, you were planning a trip, you're going overseas, you would plan what you're doing. You would never just go to the airport and jump on a plane. Like, you'd have to plan, like, you know, your luggage, where you're going, your destination, like airfares, how to get home, all that sort of stuff. So most people who don't have a goal have no map. And without a map, like, how do you know where you're going? You don't know where you're going. Life gets busy, mum life's busy. Life's just too busy to be, like, winging it these days. And that's a lot of the reason why people don't reach their goals as mums, because they've got no clear direction on where they're going. And this is going to make all the difference. And I want you guys to remember that right now we're in winter. Like, winter is not the time to get lazy with your workouts and be like, oh, well, you know, I'm wearing more clothes now, it doesn't matter if I carry more weight, all that sort of thing. Like, yes, that is smart mentality in a way, but, like, direct it in the right way. It's like, okay, it's winter. Now's the perfect time to be eating in at a baseline level, like your maintenance level, or just a little bit above. And yes, you're wearing more clothes, and it doesn't matter if you gain a little bit of body fat in that time, but make sure that you're gaining muscle too, because you've got like 3 to 4 months right now to maximize the time to build muscle, so that, you know, when it comes like September, October, you're not like, fuck, like, now I've got to go into a cut and I want to lose weight and I want to look good for summer, and, you know, I want to be able to wear shorts and feel comfortable. I want my legs to look nice. I want my stomach to be flatter. Like, that's kind of just wasting the time that you have now. So now is the best time. Now is the time to get strong. Now is the time to smash your PBs. Now is the time to eat enough. And we're not just talking about eating enough of anything, just anything goes. It's like, now's the time to nail your protein and eat good whole foods, because, you know, calories in and calories out. Like, a calorie isn't a calorie. Like, eating calories with vegetables and protein is different to eating calories with chocolate and ice cream. And your body looks different when you eat these things, regardless of whether they equal the same amount of calories. So now's the time to do it. This is exactly what I'm doing right now. But at JD Fitness Co, we really like to focus on facts and measurable progress. We don't want to just pretend that everything's all good and that we're eating enough. And, you know, I know a lot of you guys have goals, like actual, you know, fat loss goals, like weight loss. Well, you know, weight loss, we say, well, weight loss and fat loss interchangeably, but that shit don't happen by accident. Like, if you have a goal, you probably had this goal for the last year. And why hasn't it happened yet? Because you haven't committed to actually taking the steps long enough to see it through. And we can help you with this, of course, but writing this goal down is the first thing. Now's a really good time for a lot of you girls to be eating enough so that you can earn that 3rd session a week, because obviously 2 sessions a week, strength sessions, is the minimum effective dose to get results. But obviously, like myself, Cass, we do 3 sessions a week. But we do that because we can recover from it. Like, if you don't recover from 2 sessions a week, there's no point putting in a third session. So it's like making sure you're eating enough so that that third session gets you the results that you want. Otherwise, you add in a third session, your body doesn't recover, you get more prone to injury, you get more prone to getting sick all the time. And at this time of year, that's exactly what we don't want. We want healthy immune systems, we want to be recovering from our workouts, sleeping good, all that sort of thing. So if you're somebody who wants to go through this 6-step goal setting formula, it's really great. There's 6 steps. The first one is write down your specific goal, be clear about it. Your brain needs clarity to know what to focus on. And then you're going to write down your reasons why. So write down both your pain reasons and your pleasure reasons too. And that helps your brain figure out, why this is so important, because it's not the goal that you have that's going to get you across the line in those moments of not feeling motivated or not being, you can't be bothered. You've had a busy day at work. You can't be bothered making that session. Look, if you're really clear on those reasons why, that's what's going to kick your ass to get you to do what you say you're going to do, to stick to your promises so that you get the results that you want. Number 3, write down the action steps that you must take. So I don't want to write down a complete essay of things. I just like to write short form notes of my action steps. Number 4, anticipate obstacles, because all goals have obstacles, and write down your solutions so that you can troubleshoot ahead of time. And then set a deadline and timeline. So you want a SMART goal. You want it specific, measurable, time-bound, and you want to be able to say at the end of this time, did I achieve it? Yes. Did I achieve it? No. If you can't answer that question, then it's not a good enough goal. And we don't want your goal to be, I don't want to injure my back, because when we're talking about the subconscious mind and clarity and getting the results that we want, our subconscious mind does not understand do not. All it understands is what we say, hurt back. So if you say, I do not want to hurt my back, your subconscious mind doesn't hear do not want to hurt, it just hears I want to hurt my back. So we want to be clear on the goals being outcome focused and focusing on what you want, not what you want to avoid. You want your goal statement to be, focused exactly on where you're going. And then the 6th step, the most important step, is read and review your goals daily. Now, this is where most people get lazy. A lot of people end up doing their goals, put it in a drawer, never look at it again, never reach their results that they have. So it's important to read through this goal, just as you're making your morning coffee in the morning and in the afternoon as well, before bed, nighttime, or one of the two. But you need to be reading it and reinforcing it daily. So it could be a good idea to put it somewhere where that you can see, on the fridge. This is going to make such a big difference. Just this one step alone, when you're invested in what you're doing, when you have a desire, you actually have a tangible outcome that you're working towards and you have action steps to get you there, you will get there. But if you don't have any of that, it's just a wish and it's just a hope and a dream. And as a busy mum, all of that stuff falls by the wayside when life gets busy. And I know that you are all smart women and you know that. You know this to be true. If you want something to happen, it's got to be done with intention, and be intentional about what you're doing each day. And if you read your goal, each day, you're putting your energy into your day from that point of reference. So the choices you make, the behaviors you take, the decisions you make, the food choices you make, the decision whether to go for those walks or strength train or do an extra session, that is greatly impacted by your intentions each day. So I hope this has been helpful. I'm going to go over my 6-step goal setting, what I wrote down for my own goals, because I think it might be helpful for some people who love to overthink things. Going through this is all about just getting it done, getting it out of your head, listening to your heart, getting it out of your head, and not you don't have to write essays. Just whatever comes to your mind first is best. Less thinking, more action. Get it done. Let me know if you have already done it. If you want to share what your goal is in the thread, please do.